Good morning. Um, just want to tell y'all a quick story. Y'all know I live a very colorful life, right? I know you see the sweetness all the time, but I have some adventures that happen every single day. Well, when I first moved to Maryland, I was dating this guy, and I laugh and I joke and I play and I say the craziest stuff all the time, but I don't share my man. Period. Point blank. Right. So this guy, I felt like he was seeing somebody else. So this is what I did. I was like, I'm going to give you 2 weeks to get your life together, right? Go out there, do whatever you need to do, close whatever loops you need to, and then come back and we can thrive, right? So apparently, one of the girls he closed off, he told her about me, and she decided she was going to have me investigated by a private investigator. No, this is real life, y'all. This is not no movie. This is some real junk that happened. So, my son's father had come pick up my son. He hadn't seen him in forever. So he picks him up, and I lived at Oak Crest Towers at that time, over there off of Pennsylvania Avenue. So he picks him up, and then he picks me up and wanted this. He was talking crazy or whatever, and I was, he's like 6'3", and I'm like 5'1". So sometime when I'm talking junk, he liked to try and get me face to face, and he had picked me up and was talking junk. And we were laughing and joking or whatever. So he takes my son on a trip or whatever. Well, actually, to spend some time that day, and then he comes back later on that day. So my son's father and I have not been together since my son was like an infant, right? Maybe one or two. And so he drops him off and goes on his way. So maybe a day or two later, the guy calls me back and he's all super upset. And he's like, "Do you got something to tell me, Shonda? Do you got something to tell me?" And I'm like, no. And he was like, "Well, I have pictures. I have pictures of you with another man." And I was like, talking about my baby daddy who we do not always get along? Is that what you're talking about? And he was like, "I don't care. I don't want to be with you now, whatever." I was like, "Okay, cool." Because, I really be unattached to these dudes, for real. I'm sorry, but I do. Like, I got the most high. That's all I be concerned about. Everybody else can come and go. Future husband, don't let that sway you. I will love you and I'll work with you. Anyway, back to the story. So, maybe a week later, the girl who had hired a private investigator called my phone, right? And I was like, what's the matter? Is something wrong with him or whatever? Because she told me who she was and all of this. And she was like, "I'm giving him back to you." I was like, "What? Giving him back to me?" She was like, he was a vegetarian. And so I prepared meals for him very specifically because he was vegan. So I cooked a certain way for him. And she was like, "I tried to make the food that you made for him, and he wasn't, he's not eating and he's not sleeping well and he's not happy, and I want to give him back." All of that to say, sis, when you get him, keep him. I don't want him back. Like, for real. That was the craziest thing that ever happened in my life. No, I've had crazier things, but I wanted to share that. So I want you women to know, don't seek revenge. Don't go out there trying to, get his attention, do whatever. Live your life. Be happy, because what is meant for you will show up for you, and will show up for you in a holistic way. You're not going to have to fight for it. You're not going to have to compete for it. You're not going to have to stand around and wait for somebody else to, okay that type of love. You're going to know it, and he's going to know it, and you're going to work towards a common goal. So, all of that to say, love yourself. Don't be used. Don't be abused. Stand up for what you desire. And I personally like to say, I let a man do exactly what he wants. And I let him do what he wants so I can determine if what he's doing is right for me. It ain't personal. He's allowed to do what he needs to be happy. And I'm allowed to do what I need to be happy. And all that comes with honesty and truth. Just thought I'd share that hood talk, right? I love you. Go out there and do great things. Choices exist, and you get to make them. Choose fly.